What's up YouTube, it's Todd Horst here with AC Tracker, and today I have another quick video on the small account challenge. So the trading is getting more frequent. A little bit of that is just because of it being close to the end of the cycle where we're at the moment. However, obviously as the account gets bigger, I'll be trading more. That's only natural. But today, MA closed automatically. That was a net profit after commissions of 124. And then I opened up Microsoft, COUP, and Apple. So let's go over to the portfolio page. I will say I'm going to try to optimize this page a little bit more. You can see there, first of all, I have a slow internet connection, and it's by no means horrible, but we are getting enough users now that and the database is growing big enough now that it's getting a little bit slower than what it should be, so I'll be trying to optimize this page a bit because it's getting annoying to me. Anyway, so we have 16 days left here, and we've got Amazon and Microsoft. Because those are going to be profitable positions, I went ahead and put another Amazon and Microsoft position for next expiration. We can see we've got 625 left allocated to this expiration, and this 9/11 is because I couldn't find a $5 wide on COUP for the next monthly for September expiration. So we can lump these two together. So that puts us right about 2,500. And then for SPY, I'll show you over here. I have a closing order for around 1,200%. So right now we're at getting close to, it was up to 950, 960, somewhere in there. So once this is getting 12, once this gets to 12, that will definitely be good enough for me, and I'll just close it out there. No matter when that occurs. This is until next year, so we have 225 days here, and that's fine. I'll just go ahead and close it once it hits that point. But anyway, so yeah, we can see Amazon, the two positions coming up. So right now we're at 72-ish% on the August position and already at 20% on the September position. Again, market's closed right now, so I'm not sure how accurate these numbers are. But same thing here with Microsoft, around 60% on the August position. This is really interesting, I think, because the August position still has $50 left here, or $74, and I've had a closing for 50, and it's just very stubborn wanting to hit that. I guess, yeah, up here is the 200 that I sold, I guess, because it's only at 212, and it had been up to, I don't know, 214 or 16 or something earlier, but to me that's far enough away that it should have hit the 50. But anyway, certainly if you closed at 50%, you would have gotten closed, no problem. But the COUP, which is the one that I did today, let me go back here because again I have a terrible short-term memory. So COUP was one. Apple and Microsoft. So I already showed you the Microsoft. So COUP, I'm already up 6%. That was the 295. So let's just show you that position individually. There's the chart, and then again I have my 50% closing order. I won't adjust this until we get closer to expiration. So once it gets to be 2 or 3 weeks away, if I still haven't hit this, then I'll consider adjusting it. But for now, we want to close at 50%. Apple is like that, already up 10% on that. And again, won't adjust that till we get closer. And so let's click on just the September Microsoft position. So again, these are all pretty typical 40%. I went a little bit more conservative with this set. I think the market's gone up again too quickly for my personal liking. So that means nothing. The market doesn't care what I think. But I just feel like we jumped from 320 to 330 on SPY, of course, too quickly for me. So in my other account that I trade primarily in, I've been starting to build some stock positions, the main one being in Apple because of their split coming up, but trying to get to around 50%. Now, of course, I was 50% in cash in this account, and now I'm, you know, all but fully invested again. But that's just the way it goes, I guess. So yeah, so let's look at the 3 here. Missing sedge really bums me out. That's one I pretty much have a position in all the time. But anyway. Okay, so Microsoft, yeah, it's been building a good support here at around 212, 211, somewhere in there. And so at this point, it's just waiting for the SMAs to catch up. So I expect fully that it will be in this range for the next at least week as it consolidates and tries to build some steam. But it is getting close to, it keeps bumping up into this resistance, and then after so many times in the market that we're in, it's going to break through. Now, of course, in a normal market, I would say it's got a 50-50 chance, and actually the more time it hits that resistance, I usually feel like it's going to have a hard downturn, but I guess it just depends on the stock, really. Okay, so enough rambling. COUP and Apple. COUP, exact same thing. And this chart almost looks identical. The only difference here is it's really been hugging the 20-day SMA up, whereas Microsoft has been going in and out of it. So for Microsoft, the 20-day hasn't been too bad, but definitely when it hits the 50, it's good. Apple, I said before how I just wanted to start going heavier in Apple because I do believe once they do a split, we'll get a bunch of people that don't have the ability to get fractional shares that will then be interested in a $100 stock. So, so yeah, if you don't know, they're doing a 4-to-1 split, and it's going to be around 100, 120, depending on where we go from here, obviously. But yeah, so same thing here where it's building a good support. Now the SMAs are nowhere close. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything, especially since Apple's been hugging the 20-day the whole way up fairly consistently. So it'll just take a minute for that to catch up, but I expect it to be probably 450 before SMAs even catch up. All right, I guess we'll look at SPY, and then that'll be it for the day. So we are very, very close to hitting the all-time highs here, 440, that we hit back in, what was that, end of February. I would assume when we get to that point, it will get rejected a couple times. We have been, as I discussed before, trading in this sort of box here, and so I'm not ready to adjust my range, which I think it was something like 213 to, or 313 to 330 was my range I was having SPY trade in. And I'm not ready to adjust that yet. I think we'll probably touch 40 and then come back down, and I could see us coming back to 20. Of course, I don't know what the market's going to do. That's just my personal feeling, again, because I feel like we've gone up a little too fast. So the account is currently sitting at 46, 47, somewhere in there. And so maybe in the next video or two, I'll be doing the sort of halfway mark roundup to talk about how many trades we've had, the average days in those trades, and average profit, those kind of things. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.